So far, we are done with encapsulation, where we can hide the confidential information of the class, or of any, it can be any attribute, it can be any function as well, attribute or a method as well, that we want to hide from the outer world that can only be accessed inside the class. Then we talked about inheritance, where we can use the functionality, we can use the methods or attributes that are there in the parent class after inheritance. And finally, in polymorphism, we learned that even if we have the same function names, Python or other programming languages have this power, this capability to distinguish that which particular class function is being called, right? Then abstraction. So abstraction is the final and fourth principle of, or you can say the component of, object-oriented programming. So sometimes while writing the base class, while creating the human class, we are not sure what should be the behavior of this particular object. For example, here, let me copy and paste this whole thing over there because I want to use the same example again for abstraction. Okay, so here, let's remove polymorphism for now. Now, from human, let's say I'll define a function. Okay, this function is called expectations, or expectation, for example. Okay, it will get self, obviously. So it will print out what are usually the expectations from the human. Now, it depends which kind of human it is. If it is a student, then expectations are different. If it is an employee, then expectations are different. For example, overall, from a human, we do not have, very specific expectations unless we know what is the domain of that human. If a human is a student, then the expectations are the students will learn a lot of new things. Students will get good grades. Students will get good placements or something like that. Whereas if a human is an employee, then expectations are like this human will get maximum salary. This human will get very frequent promotions or something like that, right? So here, right now, as of human, we are not sure what are the expectations from a human, right? So we want that these expectations should be defined in later in child classes. So here I'll say pass. So pass is a keyword. If I don't want to define anything, I'll write pass over here, right? Which means that I've created a function, but I don't want to define it, right? I don't want to write its definition. If I'll not write pass, it will give me an error. So if I write pass, which means that I have no definition for this function. But in order to call this function as abstract function, I have to do something. So that's something that I'm doing. You have to have, whatever I'm doing, that is a new thing for you, and you will learn this thing in next module. So for now, just use it as it is. So I'll say from ABC, I want to import ABC, and I also want to import abstraction. How do I do that? What was the spelling? Abstract method. I think, yeah, this was it. Yeah, this was it. So since this class is going to act as the abstract class, right? So I'll pass ABC over here, right? So this class is now inheriting ABC. And here, before this expectation function, I'll write at the rate of abstract method. So here I'm particularly mentioning that this is an abstract method. For this particular method, I will define the things in later child classes. So this abstract method is coming from here. So what is this from ABC import blah, blah, blah? I'll define it in next module, right? So until then, bear with me. Cool. Okay, now here in student, we want to define this class. So, oh, come on, what happened? I'll just copy it, come on. Okay, so here I'll say expectations are print, and here I'll say maybe, no, let's call it learning new things. These are my expectations. If the human is a student, and if the human is an employee, then my expectations might be getting good salary, right? If I run it, oh, it gives me an error. It says cannot import abstract. Oh, spelling mistake is there. This is abstract, probably abstract, abstract method. Running it again. Is there any error? No error. Okay, fine. So it is working perfectly fine for us. Now here for S1, if I say S1 dot expectation, running it, it says expectations are learning new things for student S1, and for employee E1, it is getting good salary. For human, this function kind of does not exist, right? So yeah, this is how, if you're using polymorphism, we can also make use of abstraction as well. So now, all four components, encapsulation, inheritance, and polymorphism, and did I mention abstraction? Yeah, whatever it is. So all four components are covered over here. If there is any confusion, obviously you can ask in question answer section as well. But we have a mini project as usual at the end of every module or every section, where we will be implementing all these four concepts. So I'll see you in mini project.